Hi guys, my name is Zen and this is Maybe Bonsai. Welcome back to another video, and this time I'm going to work on my Ficus Benjamina. This is a variegated cultivar of it. I don't exactly know the name. I think it's just the regular Benjamina. I would say medium-sized leaf. And I've done a little bit of wiring just with a couple of guy wires. They're actually quite loose. They're not that tight, because I just want to pull these ones more towards the side. So this can serve as a low branch and that can serve as a kind of a medium level branch. When I planted this, it was kind of too close together. Initially I wanted to fuse the trunks, but then I decided not to. So there was a bit of back and forth and I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted. But I think at this point I do want this to be the way it is, to be kind of separate trunks until, you know, it gets very old. It might combine to one, but you know, that's sometime in the future. But I do want these couple trees on the side to fan out a bit more. You know, they're just kind of too upright before, so I pull them with guy wires to kind of go back, go to the side, and they're very loose. And besides, I don't need to tie them that much because this is just how much I want it to go. And so today I'm going to prune this up because this. I haven't pruned this since the summer, I think. I think I had a pruning in the summer, but it has grown a bit more now. And I think I can style this a bit more at this point to what I think will be, you know, what this will look like going forward. So let's get started with the pruning. So this is the front of the tree. I initially thought I would kind of pull this down a bit more as well, but I decided not to. I think I'm going to adjust this tree because this is a bit too tall right now. This is my main tree, I would say, and this is the secondary one. So I think I'm going to fix it by pruning instead of trying to pull it down, because I don't think I need to at this point. I think the trees on the sides are probably okay, but you know, I'll prune these back just a little bit. I think I'll just take it down right there, just off the tip, so that it is pruned. This branch here, I think it's a bit extra, but actually, yeah, I think I'm going to remove it. I think this here is enough, so I don't want this to be here. I'll clean up some of the previously pruned stubs. And I'll try to clean up this stub here as well. Okay, seems to be okay. And I'll let this one grow to whatever it can. So next one, I'll work on the one on that side. This one here, I think what I want is kind of create some negative space here so that this will be on its own. There's this main trunk that kind of splits into two, and then you have a branch here which has another branch over here, and then this here that's kind of more horizontal than the other ones. So first I'm going to take off this little branch at the bottom. You might not be able to see it, but it's going downwards. I don't really need that. And then I'll make this a bit shorter to start. And I've looked at this tree before. I think I want to get rid of this top. You know, I could actually take it off right there, leaving this just the right side. But I think I'll start with taking off the top and see what it looks like before, you know, going too deep. Yes, I do like that better. There's still that branch at the vertical one, which, I mean, it looks okay, but I think if I get rid of it, it might look better. So I am going to get rid of this. Yeah, I think this is much better than before. So basically the left and the right is a single kind of branch in the forest or in this clump that's going on both sides. I think this vertical branch, I don't see myself using it in the future. And but you know, maybe it's a bit too early to take it off. So you know what, I'll leave it out there, you know, let it grow and see what happens. But I don't think I'll eventually use it, but maybe, you know, depending on how it grows, maybe I will, you never know. So that's it for this one. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. The bottom here, I think I'll leave that branch alone and see what happens with it. But this branch is kind of, it's slightly off to the left compared to this branch from where I am. So it's not really on top of each other. Might be useful in the future, so I'll leave that for now. Now, for this tree here, like I said, I think this area is way too busy, and I like this to be my main tree. This is the secondary tree, and right now it's for sure it's too tall. So let me reduce that first. So this currently is coming towards us quite a bit. I will reduce that, but before I get there, I want to kind of reduce the apex a bit more. There is quite a few branching coming off of this area here. I like to reduce it. So I'm going to take off this one here. This one's going more towards the back. I have one on this side, one on that side, then the middle one here, then another one up here. So I think I'm going to take off this one here. So in the future, this will go backwards a bit. And then this can come to more to this side. Going to take the tips off of this. Clean up the stuff from before. This one kind of, well, let's leave that. I might take that branch off instead, I think. So I'll leave that part. This is coming way towards us, so I don't like that. I'm just trying to see how I will remove it. There's buzz on both sides. Now, I don't want to take this one on the inside because that'll start growing towards the branch on that over here. So that one might be okay. It'll at least grow towards that side, so I think I'll do that. I thought about removing this top from here on. So basically this tree will be like that. it leaves the tree a bit bare. So I don't think I want to do that right now. Well, I mean, it does have this branch here, so it could work, but maybe not right now. This, I think I am going to remove the tips off of that one. Here, I'll just take the tips off, leaving the leaf going towards that side. I still think this is a bit too tall, so I think I'm going to reduce this. I'm going to use this leaf here, and hopefully it'll bud out and go towards the right. Just clean up a bit. Yeah. This one I will reduce back just right there. Yeah, I think that's okay, at least for now. So now I'm going to work on the main tree. This branch. It is filling a space, but it is also going inside of the forest, or the clump, not the forest. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with that, but what I am sure is that this here is too tall. That's in the back. This is my front branch. That one's in the back. It's the tallest one right now, so I need to take this back for sure. So let's do that first. There's a back branch going towards the back, so I'm going to take it back to that branch. And then what to do here? So let me reduce this back a little bit first. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I think I need to take this off anyway. It's coming in a bad direction. Makes the tree look too busy. There's a crossing branch going inside from one of the main branches. I'll get rid of that. I think this back branch is still too tall. I might have to reduce it more. And if I reduce it more, it'd be either to this here or there. I'm thinking this one here, but I'm not really liking this branch there. So I think what I'll do is, actually there's a back branch here. There's a very small branch just started to develop, and I think that will be a better direction than any of the other ones. So I'm going to take it off all the way to that one. So this is my main tree, the main apex of the clump. Then everything else kind of spreads around. Let me just do some cleanup here. This is the stuff from previous pruning. This branch kind of crosses in the front. So I think it would be wise to get rid of it. But it also kind of gives you that, like branches in front of the trunks. I always thought it was kind of weird that a lot of trees, bonsais, clumps, you know, just single trees or clumps where there's just trunk. I know in the front. I know you want to show off the trunk, but at the same time, it just seems really strange to me that, you know, the entire tree's trunk in the looking from the front is so clean. It's just all trunk and no leaves, no branches. I always thought that's kind of weird because that's just not the way it works in nature. So I'm kind of torn if I should take this off or not, because I want to look more natural. I don't, you know. So I thought, you know, what else? Okay, this is what I'll do. I'll take it off the tip. So there's a branch here. It'll come more towards this way. So I'll leave it like that and see what happens. But yeah, I do want something in the front, kind of a, you know, just not all trunks. I just think that's kind of strange. It's a personal opinion, you know. Okay, so I'm going to remove the obvious branch here. This one is kind of going to the top. These two branches looking very parallel. I'm going to take out the lower one. And then I want this branch going more towards that side. There's a leaf here, which is what I'm going to use. I'm going to just take off this leaf there. Clean up some of the previous pruning stubs. And these two over here, again, it's kind of going parallel. And I think again I'm going to remove the lower branch, the one I just cleaned up. Yeah, that'll give me some room. And then the one back here, there's a leaf there going towards that side. I think that's what I want, making it fanning out. So I'm going to get rid of that. Do some cleanup at the top here. These are just previously pruned stuff I'm taking off. Here I'm going to get rid of that tip so I can have the horizontal one going that way. And I think this apex I'm not going to touch much now that I've taken off those branches. I think it looks fine. This leaf is kind of weird. Yeah, I think that looks fine and I'll let that develop. So I think that's all I'm going to do for this the front tree. This branch can still grow a bit. I think I'll leave it so it gives it some vigor. That leaves us with the back tree here. The back one, I think the height is actually okay. The height is lower than this here, just a little bit lower, much lower than that. So I have a tall, second tallest, and then you have the third tallest in the back. And then you have the two on the side. So I think I might just reduce it back just by a little bit. The tip is kind of getting taller, so I'll just reduce it back by a bit. There's a back leaf here. Actually, there's not that much movement in this thing, so I'm going to go here instead. Yeah. I'll cut it off over here. So this branch here is coming this way. That's going to be my leader going forward. And then, you know, once it's grown more, I can always turn it back towards that side. So there's some movement in the branch. This one here is kind of interfering with a lot of things. And what I can do is there's a branch going towards the back, so I'll take that branch instead. I could do without this whole branch, to be honest, or maybe just lower it down a bit. Oh, maybe it's okay. I can leave that here. I can leave it there for now. I don't think it's a problem. Okay, actually, this tree here, I'm going to take out this branch on the inside here. And then there's another small one really close to the trunk. I'll remove those. Other than that, I mean, this, I guess I can reduce this back a bit, create some movement in the branches. I'll probably take off the tips. There's a lot of branches coming out this one branch from the main trunk. And this currently is quite straight, but you know, anything at the bottom, I think the turn is too abrupt. But I guess in the future it'll be okay. So, you know, because once I cut it, it's going to grow. I'll cut it again, it'll go back to the other direction. It'll have some movement, it'll be okay. With that in mind, I'm going to take off the majority of this branch. Going back to the second bud here. There's the leaf bud right here. Just the leaf right here. But that one, I think it's actually that one could work too, because that one will go to the right. I think I'll take that one instead. My initial thought with this here has already a little bit of a, you know, developed branch, but I think I'm gonna go to the first leaf. I think it's a better direction. Now this one in the back, I want this to be lower than my secondary tree. And right now it is lower, but it's not by that much. So I think I'm going to fix that. Now the main trunk comes up. At the top there's the leader, there's the left and the right. So I think I'm going to just take off the leader here. So now it's much lower. There, and then this one up here. So yeah, I do like that much better. I'm hoping this branch here will have some buds at the bottom, so I could kind of, you know, get something up over there. I think currently it's a bit straight. This back branch I'm not going to touch. There's a tiny branch coming out here, which it's okay. I'm not going to do anything with that. I'll just let it grow and see if it can grow out. And this back could, you know, I could bend it a bit to have it fan out more towards the back. Maybe even this one more towards the front. Maybe just a tiny bit. Not by much, but just a little bit of lean. I think would do this good, maybe. I don't know, what do you think? Yes, so I think I might just put a very light wiring to have this go back a bit more, just a tiny bit, not very much. But other than that, I think this is okay. This here is a bit busy though. I'm gonna get rid of this back branch here, leaving the rest. Yeah, I think that's good. yeah, so I think I'm gonna just slightly pull this down a bit towards the back so it kind of fans out more. Ideally I want to bend it like, you know, around that area. But that actually might make it a bit too low, so I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it for now. And then this front, I think the front needs to kind of come out a bit, because right now when I look at it from the side, this tree is like, there's more lean towards the back than the front. So the front's kind of straight, and in the back I have a little bit of curve, which is nice. But I think I need to fix the front a bit. Just have this lean a bit. A little bit, yeah. So I think the pruning is done. I will do a little bit of light wiring afterwards. But I think the tree looks okay. The whole setup is much better than before. Once these are, you know, pulled down, I think it just gives that more of a clump look. Before it was kind of too close, in my opinion. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you like it. Let me know if you agree with me, if I should pull this down more, you know, maybe just a tiny bit for both of these. Yeah, leave some comments. Let me know what you think, and maybe I'll do that if enough people supports it. I think it's a good idea, but I don't know. I mean, I'll let you look. This is what it looks like from the side. So like this side, kind of just a slight lean, I think would do this good. You know, I just think it looks kind of flat on here and not, but this here, you know, there's more curve. But yeah, like both of these could use a little bit of lean. Let me know what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.